Yo, yo, yo. That's weird. That'll work. Ah, it's because it's tutorial painting. Yeah, that makes sense. That should be working now. Yeah. All right, cool. So glad I did such a cool, cool intro. That's really good. All right. Buddha, I bought a whole box of Gundam cards today. I bought a whole box of Gundam cards today. You want to see my pulls? I'll get my cards first, and then we'll paint this dude. How about that? Good idea. Yeah, I bought a whole box. The screen might flicker. We'll see. I hope it doesn't. All right, let's see if the screen flickers. Yeah, it's gonna. Maybe I just won't move them around that much. All right. So we got the Gundam LR. We've got Unicorn Gundam LR. We got Char's Gelgoog, so that's the one you pulled the other day. We got Wing Gundam Zero. We got Death Scythe. We got that one. I can't say that name. Kshatriya. I think I actually said that pretty good. Kshatriya. Dual Gundam Assaultra. I'm not familiar with Dual Gundam, but he sounds cool and he looks cool. Freedom Gundam. Justice Gundam. Gundam Aerial Rebuild, which is really cool card. And then I think we start getting into the parallels. So I've got some parallels. Yeah, here we go. We've got parallels. The Shenlong Gundam. Now, I'm not going to try and rotate this, but you get almost a carbon fiber effect on this card. So that's a rare parallel. And then I've got another rare parallel with Strike Rogue. And then, this is cool. Parallel art resource card, which I thought was pretty cool. Oh, and then also, how's this? How's it? You get 24 packs, and actually, I bought 2 boosters before that, and I got 2 LRs in those boosters, which is really good. But I think this is the pull of the day from the starter box number 4. I got the limited rare plus hero card. Okay, we're going to do tutorial time. Tutorial. That's all cards. That's all the cards for now. Right. Time to paint a Gundam. So first step, guys, we're going to record this because this is going to be turned into a YouTube tutorial. So if you don't get the whole process, you are going to be able to watch it on YouTube. So the first step is we're going to thin down some Ulthuan Grey and we're going to airbrush this guy. And the reason we're doing that is because if we make any mistakes, we can just go back and tidy up with that color because it's slightly different. Ever so slightly different to our primer. Right. I'll stop recording that because we don't need to record that anymore. Move this. Get this so I don't spray everywhere, and I need to turn this down. There you go. Odin Layer, thank you very much for the follow. And do you know what I need? I need my eyes. Marvin got a box too, dude. Marvin got a box too. So you'll be able to see what he got with his pulls too. Yo, Dice Daddy, Hoon, how we doing? Thank you very much for the resub, Dice Daddy. Come on. Need to get this airbrushing done so the camera stops wigging out. Probably going a bit too thin here as well. We're just going to do the airbrush base and we'll start blocking the colors in. So this bit's a little bit boring, understand that, but it is also a necessary part of the tutorial. Now you could brush this on, you'd do like 2, 3 really thin coats of ultra and gray, but we are airbrushing it. And like I was saying, for this process of painting, yeah, it's not coming out. For this process of painting, the reason it is an acrylic base, yeah. So the reason we do a base coat of white on white is because our primer, dude, why the fuck is the camera freaking out? The primer is a different white to this white. So if we made any mistakes, we wouldn't be able to fix them up, but with this we can. All right, we're definitely airbrushing better, but the camera absolutely hates it. It's because of the amount of power it's using at the same time. Focus on that arm, please. Of course it starts spraying good now. We've basically... The shield's red, ain't it? The front of the shield. So I don't need to airbrush the shield. Just want to make sure this is all nice and uniform. Nice crisp white. Red shield and abdomen. Sick. Cool. No doubt, no doubt. All right, I think we are good to start blocking in colors. Right, he can sit there. Let me just clean this out, because otherwise I have an absolute shit time. And I have to do like a massive clean on it, which I had to do before stream today to get it to work properly. So the better I clean it out now, the less cleaning I have to do later. Now, what I would normally do on a Space Marine, today is the day. It is indeed the day. Harvey, I've spoken to Marvin. Today is the day that the Everdark Libra meets his match. Today's the day. Airbrushing acrylic seems like a nightmare. Nah, it's all good. You just need to get the consistency right. I don't have the best airbrush in the world. I don't airbrush that often. So I do make it look fairly difficult, but you know, it works for this. Yeah, let's Grey Knight him, yeah. We can get rid of this now. I just put that there so I don't ruin my little bit of paper. Let's block in some colors, baby. Let's block in some colors. Let me just bring up an image because I'm not exactly 100% familiar with him. Okay. Gundam RX 78, my boy. All right, we got red feet. You know, I'm gonna get my headset back on. This speaker breaking up all the time just it's gonna end me. It's gonna end me. We're going to start with blue, yellow, blue. Let's do the blue. All right. Gundam, guys. I reckon it's this blue. More than this blue. That's a little bit too dark. I reckon it's this one. Ultramarines blue. Ultramarine blue on the basically the Ultramarine of Gundam. McCrag blue. For Gilliman. For Amaru. This paint's fucked. That's a lot of paint. Shush. We've got quite the headset going on over here. We've got glasses, headset, magnifying glasses. Okay. I should pop the arms off. So we're going to start with some McCrag blue, and we are going to paint his chest. We're going to paint his chest and any other area that you want to be blue. So take your time with the step, because trying to paint a nice crisp white over the top of this is not the most enjoyable thing to do. So we're really, really going to take our time with this. We're going to apply 2 coats of it. Yeah, you got to airbrush light colors, Buddha. Yeah, you just got to airbrush light colors. Yeah, Stork, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, look. If you can airbrush light colors, then you'd be mad not to. You'd be bloody mad not to. I got way too much blue here, but whatever. Yo, can I no. Couldn't remember how he's built. Yeah, so we had our event today. We're at Victorious doing a paint and take, which is a heap of fun. I would say, biasedly and unbiasedly, the Diastati can probably confirm, and Nath and Marvin when they come and chat. I'd say we were the most popular activation there. I would say we were the most popular thing there. Just calling it how it is. What painting have you missed? I've been painting some Gundam, brother. I haven't had time to finish off the scope, but we've got a Bazooka Zaku too. So this guy's sight needs to be finished. See how it's just black? Need to paint a sight on it. Other than that, he's pretty much good to go. And then we've got, this is my favorite model from the Xeon Rush box, is the Heat Hawk wielding Zaku 2. Drill the barrels? Nah, it's a big ass bazooka. I'm not drilling it. I mean, I did drill the barrels on the small guns. I just couldn't be bothered with the bazooka. And then we've got Char's Zaku as well. Just want to put that over there. I don't have to look down as far. So now we're bringing heavy metal to Gundam. So this is going to be our first Gundam Ultimate Guide. First of potentially many Gundam Ultimate Guides. Want to do the same that we're doing with our Ultimate Guides and just sort of bridging the gap between people that are sort of just wanting to level up their painting but not wanting to go like that full display level. Daily showcase we are only doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays now, just because there wasn't always a lot of interest with it. There was like maybe 1 or 2 posts, so only Tuesdays and Thursdays. Done all the pack openings, brother. We did it on Discord earlier, me and Marvin. Yeah, man, just message Instagram. I'm assuming his whole backpack is. Blue. Grey black. Maybe I'll just. Okay. You're not going to see this, but we'll just put a bit of paint there anyway. I'll check it out after stream, my dude, and I'll... Whoop. I want to go down there. That's alright, it's red. It's not like it's white. You don't want to go on any of the white areas with this blue. That will be a ton of work. The areas where the red is, it's not as critical where it's clean, but the yellow areas we want to be pretty clean as well, like those vents in there. We want to stay away from that white area, because the yellow will cover pretty good over that grey sear, but not so good over the McCrag blue. Just gotta make sure my fingers are clean too when I handle the white. Hey, Painting Bites, how you doing? Am I doing admin grey? Potentially, yeah. I was thinking about it, as I always do, Buddha. I was thinking maybe I might mix a blue and a grey. Just have like a bluey grey. Today was awesome, dude. I was just saying before, Nath, I'd say I think we were the most popular activation at the event. Like we had room for 8 people, and we could have easily been taking 16 people through painting. You're having difficulty trying to use your airbrush because of an art block. That sucks. How does the art block stop you using the airbrush, or vice versa? Would the art block just stop you from painting, not necessarily airbrushing? What are you stuck with? Maybe we can help. So it's not painter's block, you're just intimidated to not use your airbrush. Why don't you just get some paper, mix some paint, try and spray it on the paper and write your name? Just mix some paint. So, dude, like, I don't airbrush that often. I literally airbrush the gray here. First, I had it too thin, so it was spraying too watery, and then I added paint, and it was fine. I still do it with edge highlights. I still do it with base coats. It happens all the time. There'll be times when I mix paint and I'll nail it, and sometimes I won't. The convention was sick, dude. Convention was sick. We were pretty damn busy. We were pretty packed out. We did have a couple of moments where everyone got to sort of just paint a model each, which was pretty fun. Like, I just used some speed paints to paint up some alternate Trench Crusade sculpts. Just one day, yeah. Yep. It was a pretty big success for them. They sold 50% more pre-sale tickets. They bought 1,000 wristbands for people when they were coming in, and they sold all the wristbands. So they had more than 1,000 people through the door. And for a sort of smaller-ish, like, tabletop convention, I mean, it was pretty successful. And like I said, we were busy all day. And I said to them, next year, if they want us to come back, we should be given twice the room. They should be giving us twice the room on the tables. You know, I can always find people that can help. You know, it was a small part of the BFG family there that were helping today. And we managed like really easy. Yeah, it's speed paints, right? We're dealing with speed paints. So like I had like half an hour to sit there and paint this guy up with some speed paints. So there you go. I can paint quick. Do you know what else? He's got some friends. And that's all with Army Painter speed paints. Probably 3 models, an hour total. I'll show you the Zaku in a sec. Yeah, I don't airbrush regularly enough to keep paints that way. If I was doing like painting and tutorials and stuff full time, I would have a huge paint range and I would have an airbrush paint range that is dedicated to airbrushing. But the fact of the matter is, I don't. So, well, we aren't. So we'll just persist with how we do it now. We're doing all right. Most of my work's brush work anyway. If we can break some of this painting techniques into the world of Gundam. Right, I think that's good. We can revisit it before we start doing any detail work anyway. Yeah, so the Zakus are pretty much finished. This guy needs a varnish. The other guy just needs his lens painted, but yeah, they came up good. The grey made a big difference on the Zaku. All right. Our obvious go-to red is Mephiston red. So we'll be using that. That's a no-brainer for that one. Oh, the edge of the shield's white. Fuck. I'm just gonna have to paint that by hand. I'm not mixing more wool and grey. got this this trim is meant to be white as well. Gotta stop hitting that fucking camera. There's so much shit in this paint, bro. Trying to paint an ultimate guide. I'm trying to paint the best bloody Gundam I can. I don't need shit in my paint. I'm assuming the back of the shield is white. It is. It's the no, I believe it's just the RX. Is RX 78-2? It's the OG. It's the OG. Yeah. I'm not 100% familiar with Gundam, so I'll have to. I'll just have to take your word for it. If you're like it's -2, then yep, it is. RX 78-2 is oh shit. Yeah, yep. I've painted the Zakus. I've painted Zakus. They right there for me. No. Well, wrong screens. All three were wrong screens. Next up, we are going to take Mephiston Red, and we are going to paint all of the areas that we want to be red. Again, we want to be extremely careful with this. We don't want to touch any of the white areas. The blue is not so bad to tidy up, but yeah, you don't want to touch the white areas because that's going to be a lot of work to fix. So just take your time, apply 2 thin coats of this. And then we will move on to the next step, which is likely to be the yellow. Cool. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Orangish yellow. Yeah, so with heavy metal, it's a little bit different because we apply a recess shade and an edge highlight. So it will be somewhat of a mid tone of yellow. And then I will be using a orangey brown to do the shade, the recess shade. And then we'll be highlighting up with lighter yellows. So that's why this blue is like a mid blue. The red is like a mid red. Trying to be as careful as I can around these hip pads, because yeah, I dread to try and relayer back over and get that white nice and crisp. Scary stuff for an apothecary? Nah, you'll be right, dude. Grey Sea, a primer. Orthan Grey base coat. Be as tidy as you can with the recess shade. Single edge highlight. Finish line. You know what? For me, if you are painting white armor or a model that's predominantly white, it's all of the stuff around it. That's the part you need to be careful of, is all of the stuff around it, because you can go into all of this effort to get a nice smooth white, and then as soon as you stuff it up with like a base coat from another color, it's just, you know, a bit of work to get it back to where it was. So that's why I'm trying to be as careful as possible here, and hopefully, touch wood, I don't paint this red on any of the white areas. I'm gonna try my best. I'll be a little bit grumpy if I do. Finally managed to get your pot of Assemble Accretion YSA. I'm not even familiar with what that is. Obviously a paint, but Mr. Hobby Gundam assembles specific paint line. Ah! That's cool. Well, I'm painting mine with Citadel. We're just using some Games Workshop colors because that's what I normally use. Gotta remember to update the titles on Restream for this, so they portray the right title. covers better than Korax. I mean, I don't think I ever use Korax. Whenever I'm painting my white, I always paint grey. I mean, if you're doing heavy metal, you have to, right? Centerpiece is as well. We'll just paint the yellow over the top after. Dude, this guy's gonna look like hot shit for just garbage. He's gonna look bad for such a long time. He's gonna look so bad for such a long time. This is the way, yeah. Dude, because I know the process, like, people will get, like, I'm hoping that people obviously use our tutorials, because, you know, the more people we get viewing our tutorials, the better. But, like, people will see the finished result on the thumbnail and they'll be like, that's sick. And then they'll start painting it and they'll be like, what is this? Yeah, this is gonna have one of the worst ass face stages of any model, I reckon. Probably modern. I don't know. Maybe a combo of the two. I like the idea. OG has white joints and black grey hands. Modern has grey black joints and white armor on the hands. I'm gonna do modern. I'm gonna break it up. It's really nice of them to have a extremely pronounced area down here. That's me joking. The sculpt is lacking in that one spot. All right, so this head. All right, so his little goatee, and underneath his eyes, okay. Now, I could take this apart, but I think I'm going to try and keep it together. Should really pull this dude apart. right? Do a little bit of a tidy up. That's okay. It's so funny how bad this guy is going to look. Until we start doing like highlights. There's some mold lines, not a heap, and I didn't bother doing like overgluing and stuff like that. I will on Tall Geese because he's a little bit different, but on this one I didn't bother. Looks like a dot. Yeah, dude. Yeah. These models will look like absolute shit until they're finished. Would I? Like, it's going to be a weird process, and it typically happens with models that have a lot of sort of white on them, because there's not, you know, with Gundams, a majority of them, there's tons of white. So until that's all recess shaded and edge highlighted and all the other colors are blocked in, it's just going to look really, really weird. Like with the Zakus, you know, the base colors were done and we'd started doing some highlights. They started to look like how they are now, right? But this, no. It's gonna be hot garbage for like 18 hours, and then the last two, it's gonna start to look how it's meant to. And that is how Prophet was saying, this is the way, it is the process. And that's why I always encourage people to do test models. Now, I don't need to do a test model with this because I've painted all of these colors separately, so I know how it's going to look. And I've already painted in my head. But, yeah. You hope it doesn't discourage new painters. Like this paint style with the white and stuff. I don't know if it will necessarily discourage new painters. It's just this specific type of painting, heavy metal. So like, if you were using speed paints like I was using today, you would get like the white speed paint and you would paint the whole lot, and it would give you this like recessed shade, a little bit of an edge highlight, and then you would just block in all the other colors, and you would have this thing done in like 3 hours, something like that, and it would look pretty good. It'd look better than what's on the box. If I used speed paints and did how they painted the box art, mine would still look infinitely better. I don't know who they got to paint their stuff, but hopefully they didn't pay him. Like, it's not good. But I think, like you were saying, Hoon, they probably don't care because it's Bandai. They don't care. Their stuff's gonna sell. They could box it in a grey box. People would buy it. Arguably look better than their packaging. Whoever designed their packaging, their cards are sick. But whoever designed their packaging is, skating on thin ice, I reckon. Like an intern just out of college or something. Snobby robot selling new form? Yeah. Most Gundam fans? Yeah, so I think that's good. So most Gundam fans will use the Mr. Hobby paints. Here's the thing that I think is very good about the tabletop game. It can target people that aren't Gundam fans, and they're going to use a variety of different paints. They'll use Citadel, they'll use Vallejo, they'll use two thin coats, they'll use Pro Acryl. So that's where I think this tabletop game is very, very good, because you're going to target gamers. You're not going to target painters necessarily, or like hardcore Gundam fans. You're going to get people that want a quick skirmish game to play, and it's got the Gundam aesthetic attached to it. Does that make sense? So like there's sometimes people pick up games just to play a good gaming system, or they'll stop playing games. So I played, I think it might have been 2nd edition Age of Sigmar, I think. And then when 3rd came out, I was like, nah, I'm not interested in this. It was like 40k as well. I played so much 6th and 7th edition 40k. Like I played a shitload. You guys would be like, you're telling lies, because I hardly game at all now. But dude, I used to play heaps of it. And then when 8th came out, I played a little bit of 40k, and then when 9th came out, I was like, no, I'm not feeling this. So like, there's times where people will play because of specific game systems, and if the gaming system is very good, then they can attract players, I think. What size droppable are my dropper bottles? They change in size. They change in size. if I were you and you were wanting to do a mix of paints and you're just doing a 50-50, it's easy to just grab 2 pots. So you want something that can hold more than 24 mil. Does that make sense? Probably shouldn't have sprayed him when it was so cold, but I wanted to get started on the tutorial. It'll be fine after we do a varnish and stuff. Just not as flat as I would like it in some areas. We'll be alright though. We'll be alright. Cool. We don't need to do 2 coats on the small stuff. The small stuff will be fine. So now we've just got the shield. More models, better art. Yeah, they can purchase photos of my miniatures. Yeah, you would think so. You would think so, Hoon. Like, and it sounds pretty rough, but like the models on the box are just not good. Oh, dude, the boxes, they sell ludicrously fast, man. And this hints back to what Hoon was saying, because it's Bandai and it's Gundam. Like it doesn't matter what their branding is on it. Like the branding's horrid. The cards are sick. The models are cool. But the box art branding and the models painted for the box are shit. Like it's shit. My back and neck are not my best friend after standing up all today. I'm going to enjoy a sleep. I'm going to enjoy laying down. Man. Yeah, just standing up all day takes it out of you. It's weird. Does me at least. Plain, it might like. Nah, see. That Dynamis I've got, that box art's good. Like, it's hard to explain. The box art for those trading cards is just bad. Like it's not that it's simple or anything. It's just it's bad. And like I said, the models are really good. The artwork on the cards is phenomenal. Gundam itself is great, but that just the box artwork is just not good. And they would have paid someone to do that, which is wild. The booster box, and the packs, the artwork's fine on that. It's just those starter boxes. They're just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's not good. Not good. All right, let's block in the yellow. I have to do a second coat of red on that shield, but that can wait. We might as well film another part for the... Don't tell me. My yellow's fucked. But it's good enough that we can get some yellow out of it. So that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just painting in general in Australia, not good. It's tough. It's tough. Next up, we are going to work on all of the yellow areas. So we will start with his collar. We're using Uriel Yellow. Again, we're going to apply 2 thin coats of this. If you get this on any of the other areas you have already painted, just go back to that previous color and tidy it up as neat as possible. Again, applying thin coats when you are tidying up. Yeah, Gundam's such a different model to a Space Marine. You very rarely have like a bunch of colors just all touching like this. I feel. I don't know. Terminator's nice, JC. They're my favorite Space Marine model. I think they're the best one to paint. They're just so enjoyable. Thought this dude was gonna be easy. Not gonna lie. proving to be otherwise. The original colors of the RX were supposed to be the G3 color scheme. But the way they are, I got ya. G3 is pretty cool. Is G3 a more advanced suit? I don't know. Like I know of G3. I just don't know about G3. Oh, it's just Unit 3. Okay. Oh, right, got you. So it's just the same. Hey Lothar, how you doing? I'm just going to come back with some blue. Just want to make sure that yellow gets all the way in there. Victorious is really good, dude. We took a lot of people through some paint and takes. It was very, very good success. For anything I'm concerned with, it's just a paint scheme. Yeah. I just know of G3. I wasn't sure if it had any, if it was a more advanced mobile suit or anything. I probably won't paint. I probably won't paint G3. I think. If I was ever to get another one of these and just paint it different, it would probably be Casval's Gundam. Because anything char related is just cool as shit. Anything char related is just cool. Don't try and come off the base. Little fucker. One, two, and three had different schemes. Yeah, we did. Was one did that have like black? It was black, red, and white. One was even more monochromatic. So like a unicorn type of setup. The star on his... Oh, I need to do another coat of red. But the star on the shield's gold too, isn't it? Or yellow, rather. Gold. It's too thin. Modern depiction, fully black grey hands. Yeah, I don't know. It's only going to matter on one of them, to be honest. I reckon I'll do black. I reckon I'll do the white on this part of the hand, and then his fingers and stuff is black. I like that look. Lots of model kits have white backs on their hands too. Yeah, I mean, look, I'd like to think I'll probably draw inspiration from maybe the OG and then the more modern version. I didn't exactly follow the Zaku to a T, so little bit of my interpretation of the RX-7 8-2, and it'll be a tutorial for other people to follow, so if they like it, then they will also be able to paint this. Fun fact, the RX-7 8-2 is the second Gundam made. Which one's the first? All of this is news to me. I've watched a few Gundam series, and I will catch up on the lore, because like I said, if I'm painting stuff, I want to sort of know what I'm painting. But all these questions I'm asking are all genuine questions. The RX-7 8-1. I mean, I could have told you that one if the RX-7 8-2 was the second Gundam made. I mean, I could have told you that one. What's the Bandai fun fact? They didn't employ actual painters to paint their box art miniatures. Is that the fun fact? Bandai used to do nude female figures as P Bandai. Well, that's a little naughty, isn't it? Have you got the website for those Asian? Just so I don't stumble across it by accident, you know? I don't want to be searching for Gundam and then accidentally come across that website. I'll tell my friends too, the website to not go to. You don't want to get in trouble at work or anything. They're very rare. I won't see them. That's a little bit of a shame. I've thinned this yellow too much. Does that come down to the pilot? Comes down to the pilot of the suit as well. I think that also speaks highly of mobile suit pilots that can hang with Ray for a bit, you know what I mean? And not just get absolutely obliterated by him. Lets you know how good those guys are as pilots as well. Question: which bear is best bear? I'm painting these for anyone that is new to the channel. So normally I paint Warhammer miniatures. The Gundam stuff is new for me. So like this type of stuff. This is the finished miniatures. So you normally see Warhammer stuff. I am painting these Gundam because the tabletop game is coming out next year and I'm super, super keen for it. So we've painted up. I've painted up like the Zaku's already. And I'm making a tutorial on the RX-78. And he's going to be along the same lines as these guys. So he's going to have some little bit of battle damage and stuff like that, and edge highlights and nice recess shades. But the goal is to play and stream. The Heat Hawk is wicked. It's heavy metal Heat Hawk. It's not it's probably not what you guys are used to with Gundam. But yeah, this is sort of, you know, the Warhammer kind of version, if that makes sense. And we've got Char as well. Don't forget Char. He's like my favorite character. Hopefully they just bring out all of his suits and I can just... You've never seen Gundam in heavy metal? Dude, I was going to do it... I'm telling you, that's why I got the Dynamis. I was going to paint the Dynamis in heavy metal. That would just be a massive undertaking. But this is super fun. I'm actually loving it. Amaru Ray is the second ranked ace in the whole Federation army. Who's number one? Who's number one? You've been struggling to mix paints properly? Dude, it happens. It happens. I still do it. I'm telling you, I still do it. That's why whenever people are just like, oh, I'm just nervous about painting and all this type of stuff. Dude, I still stuff shit up. I still stuff shit up. It's okay. Like you can see this, I've thinned this paint too much and it's making my bristles separate. Fun fact, the Heat Hawk, before the Gundam even was made, any Zaku's that have a Heat Hawk, I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, we are going to be finishing up very shortly, guys. We are going to finish up very shortly, but we will be continuing this tutorial tomorrow. It is a tutorial. I am taking snippets and it will get turned into an ultimate guide. If you've seen any of the ultimate guides on our YouTube, that's what this is going to be. It's going to be an in-depth guide with step-by-step processes for people to follow. So even if you are a Gundam enthusiast that is used to whatever a typical way of Gundam would be painted, you will hopefully be able to gain some knowledge from this tutorial, and I will continue to make them for other mobile suits. I should have done the Zaku's. We'll go back and do Zaku's. What are you talking about, Nath? I'm not sure. Ah, so my first... Guys are going crazy. So your first 4 cards in your deck are LR. Yes, that is normal. That is 100% normal. Yeah. All the first 4 cards will be like... so in your instance, it will be... Wing Gundam, I think. 2 of Wing Gundam and 2 of Torghast. Yeah. But do you guys, you Gundam people, you want to see the cards I got today? One day you'll get me to paint up the HG Neo Zeong in heavy metal style. Is that like a hectic kit, is it? Excited to see it finish Holy Chief? Yeah, me too, dude. It's gonna be a bit of work. I've been saying it looks like absolute garbage. Looks like absolute garbage, but 80 centimeters tall. I'm like only nearly 80 centimeters tall. All right, these are my card pulls. The screen might go a little bit weird, but this is what I got with Gundam. Big Zam's cool as shit. So I got the parallel of this in the... Nah, the screen's going to go weird. I'll just show you the really fancy ones. We've got a Resource as a parallel. We've got Rogue as a parallel. And we got Shenlong as a parallel. This one's sick. Anyway, we're going to finish up there, guys. I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Australian Standard Time. So wind your clock back 2 hours. That's when the stream starts every single day. The Shenlong is friggin' cool as, man. And it looks like carbon fiber. I just can't show it on the screen because it'll just flicker like crazy. Yeah, we'll be back same time every single day. We'll continue work on this Gundam. I'll work on it off stream too. So like I'll tidy it up and I'll start painting in some of the black areas so I don't have to do it all on stream, and then we can start doing the detail work, which, you know, is a bit more exciting, and we'll get more of an idea of how this model is going to look. Yeah. Yep. Don't do that. All right, guys. Enjoy your day, and I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.